What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Feels like winter here in Cambodia. Very strange weather we've been having here. Yesterday it rained all day long. I mean all day long. And it was also very cold. To the point where this is the first time I can remember in the apartment we're at ever actually turning off the fan. Except to clean it every so often because it was so chilly outside. But then when I looked at my phone, I saw that it was like it was 65 degrees Fahrenheit. And I had to laugh at myself. Just a minute. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, the reason, as I was saying, why it made me laugh, sorry about the interruption there, was because back home, a 65 to 70 degree Fahrenheit day, I wouldn't have said anything about it being cold. It would have been nice, it would have felt good, I would have been happy with that, especially around the 1st of April. Where I come from, usually we get snow well into April, sometimes even the beginning of March. But that got me thinking that, I've touched on this before, that once you acclimate yourself to a different culture, not just here in Cambodia, but anywhere at all, your perception about certain things starts to change. And one of those things that really happens, and this is just for people who are coming over here who haven't experienced it yet. This video is just going to be a little heads up for you. One of the things is money. How your perceptions and your feelings about money change after you've been here a while. If you don't know, Cambodia has its own currency called the riel. And U.S. currency, U.S. dollars, are also accepted everywhere. So it's almost like a two currency situation. However, recently they've pulled back on using some USD, and they're really making a push now to really promote the riel, have people spend and use and make their purchases and everything using more of the local currency. And I believe it was last year they basically eliminated using $5 and $1 US bills. You don't see them anywhere. You won't get them back as change at most places because the Central Bank of Cambodia is no longer accepting them. And if the central bank isn't accepting them, that means the local banks aren't accepting them, and that means vendors will not accept them because they will have they'll be basically worthless. A little bit of history. The USD has been used in Cambodia for a very long time. However, it's never ever been an official currency of Cambodia. It's just something that's been accepted. They started taking it a long time ago. But it's never been an official currency. And a lot of people complain about about the state that the US bills have to be in when you pay for something, because they're very strict on that here. They can't be older bills. They have to be after a certain date. They can't have any rips, tears. They can't be written on. They can't have any big creases in them. They have to be almost pristine. And any little defect, and I mean any little defect, and I've experienced this before. I had a $20 bill. It had a little tiny rip at the top. Just something I didn't even notice. But as soon as I handed it to the lady, she was like, no, can't take it. So If you're using US dollars, they have to be pretty pristine, they have to be pretty well intact, and they can't be marred or flawed in any way. And I hear people complain because they're like, well, it's currency and you use this currency, so you have to take it and all that, but that's not true, because it's never been an official currency of Cambodia. They also don't accept $2 bills in most places, and there are no coins in circulation here of any kind. They don't accept any, quarters, dimes, nickels, anything like that. When I first got here, I made the mistake. I brought a whole gallon Ziploc baggie full of my coins because I didn't know they didn't accept coins here. And then when I realized I was never going to be able to spend them, I was stuck with something like $30 worth of quarters, dimes, and nickels. No idea what to do with them. And I eventually sold them, I guess you can say. For USD from somebody who was going back to the States and they could use them back there, so they just gave me the bills and took my bag of coins. So that's something you should be aware of. The second thing you should be aware of is that if the bill is too big, anything over, and sometimes even a $10 bill, a lot of places won't have change for. You will get your change back in real, by the way. I haven't experienced anybody giving me, even if I give them 20 in USD, used to be you might get some change back in USD and real, a combination maybe, but now it's all the local currency. So if you're buying something for $1, give them 20 bucks, you're going to get $19 back in real. But sometimes a lot of vendors, especially smaller places that we go to, they don't have the change. Tuk-tuks and pass apps generally will not. They won't be able to break a 10 or a 20. So now we've just become accustomed to when, let's say I go pick up a $50 bill, and what we'll do is just take it to a money exchange place if there isn't a bank open, or go to the bank if it is, because they will change that into real. The banks don't charge you anything for changing it. The money exchange places usually charge anywhere from 50 cents to $1, maybe a couple bucks if it's more than 100, but they'll charge you a little bit for changing your US dollars into the local currency. And it's much easier to deal with the economy here and deal with the vendors here and all that if you have the real instead of USD. And it's 4,000 real for every dollar, so keep that in mind also if you didn't know. So when I go somewhere and if something costs 2,000 real, that would be 50 cents. 1,000 real is 25 cents. 5,000 real is $1.25, and 10,000 real is $2.50, etc., etc. And it does take some getting used to. But once you do get used to that change, it's okay. You know what you're doing. You'll figure it out. Just be careful. Some of the bills do kind of look alike. They're the same shape, the same color. They have different people on the outside of the real notes. Different faces. But if you're not familiar with those, then why would you be? Unless you're from here. Then it can be complicated. I've made a couple mistakes. One time I tried to pay for something that only cost 1,000 real, and I accidentally gave her 10,000 because I just saw the one and put it on the bill. Luckily she was nice and honest. When I went to walk away, she goes, hey, change. But another time, we went out to eat, and the bill was $2.50, and I went to pay her with only 1,000 real, which is only 25 cents, and went to walk away. Then the opposite, it was like, hey, what is this? You still owe me about 9,000 more real here, you know? But you learn after a while. I just wanted to give you the heads up, because it's been one of those things where everybody says, don't worry about it, you can spend your U.S. money there, and it'll be easier for you. But things are changing a little bit, and I can actually see a time in the future when they just get rid of that altogether and just start using the real. It'd probably be better for their economy, but they'll probably do it slowly eliminating the certain bills like they did with the 1s and the 5s a while ago. So it's not such a big shock. Alright, that's all I wanted to say. As always, thank you guys for watching, and be sure to check out my links down below. I have links down below to my PayPal. I have links down below to Ko-Fi.com, and also you can join my Patreon. And if you do those things, you get copies of my books, you get my weekly exclusive videos, and you get all my other exclusive content throughout the week. You get to know what's going on first, and you get to know what's happening before everyone else knows on my public channel. And all your donations, it helps support the channel, it helps support us here, and I really, really appreciate each and every one. Also down below are links to my social media, links to my other YouTube channel if you're into that kind of thing. And also links to other channels that are vlogging from this part of the country. Really good stuff. Check them out. And they will appreciate it as well. Alright. Be sure to like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you have not, and I will talk to you guys in the next one.